Welcome, I'm Dr. Janine Bowring, naturopathic doctor, and today I'm talking about fluoride toxicity with 9 tips how to detox fluoride from your body, from your life. So tip number 1 is to eat a healthy diet. So definitely focusing on fresh raw fruits and vegetables, preferably organic, but if they're not organic, you definitely want to limit grapes, raisins, and wine, unfortunately, because these could be sources of a fluoride pesticide, which is going to increase your exposure to that fluoride. So definitely going more towards organic fruits and vegetables with your healthy diet, but limiting, of course, that non-organic grapes, raisins, and unfortunately wine. Tip number 2 is to include some curcumin. So curcumin is that standardized extract of the turmeric root. So we know that in this high concentration, and I always look for a 95 percentile of the curcuminoids in a turmeric supplement to ensure that you have that high concentration of the curcumin, which we know is great for our liver function, for our gallbladder function. It's a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, but also can help with detoxifying, actually trapping fluoride and moving it out of our body. So that's important for a fluoride detox. Tip number 3 is to, of course, stop your exposure to any excess fluoride and any fluoride that you don't have control over in your diet, in your environment. So it's interesting because most of our exposure are things that we choose to use. So whether that's toothpaste that has fluoride, it could be mouthwash as well that is fluoridated, and fluoride treatments at the dentist is something that you have to definitely do your due diligence and learn more about fluoride toxicity and then really make those decisions for yourself. Now it's interesting that a certain prominent doctor, Dr. Francesco Branca, who is or was the director of the WHO's Department of Nutrition for Health and Development, in this quote very prominently said that we have solid evidence that keeping intake of free sugars to less than 10% of total energy intake reduces the risk of overweight, obesity, and tooth decay. So he himself is saying that decreasing that sugar in the diet has a lot to do with having healthy teeth. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, what he's saying, but it's not necessarily always about the fluoride. Okay, tip number 4 is to make sure that your iodine status is where it should be, meaning that you are consuming some seafood, which you'll naturally get some iodine. I have a whole show about iodine and iodine deficiency, so make sure you check that out. But in this study, it showed that iodine, because we know that fluoride will displace our iodine in the body, and making sure that we're having enough of that iodine to offset any type of fluoride toxicity will definitely ensure that we have proper thyroid functioning. So that's really important. That's a lengthy, study that you can look at the details there. It's a little bit complicated. I don't want to get into those full details here, but making sure that our TSH function in terms of our brain signaling of our proper thyroid functioning is happening optimally. When we have fluoride toxicity, that doesn't happen. This will compromise our metabolism, our thyroid function, and our T3 and our T4 levels. So something definitely to look into, especially if you have low thyroid function. Okay, tip number 5 for fluoride toxicity is to ensure that you have your essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, which are often displaced by fluoride, and you have that regular sunlight exposure, of course, for your vitamin D3. So that triad of calcium, magnesium, vitamin D3, very, very important in terms of our overall health, in terms of our mitochondrial health, and making sure that we're getting all of those rays from the sunshine in all of those different spectrums, like the blue light, the red light, the far infrared light from the sun itself, is very important for our overall health, but also for if we do have some of that fluoride toxicity as well. Tip number 6 is to make sure that if we are ingesting coffee or tea, that we are opting more for the organic coffee and tea. And herbal tea is definitely much better in terms of fluoride toxicity as compared to black and green tea. So black and green tea, especially if they're steeped for a long time, and especially if you're using fluoridated water, you are going to dramatically increase your fluoride exposure. I don't want that for you. I want to make sure that you're decreasing any of that fluoride in your diet. So watching the type of tea that you are drinking, going towards the herbal teas is definitely better. Tip number 7 is to filter your water. So if you do have fluoride in your water system, in your municipality, it's something to really consider getting in a reverse osmosis filtering system that will filter out that fluoride. Other filters certainly exist. Now, if you think that those charcoal filters in the picture is going to filter out the fluoride, they do not. So this is something I want you to be aware of as well, and making sure, especially if you've got the thyroid issues, the iodine issues, that you are using and ingesting the right type of water that doesn't have fluoride, which is naturally occurring as well, because in parts of the world it can be naturally occurring in some spring waters as well. Tip number 8 is to do a full body detox. So this is another reason why I'm all about detoxifying and doing this at least 3 to 4 times a year at the change of the season. You want to include something like a blue-green algae like chlorella, which is known to help to trap heavy metal toxins as well as fluoride. And that's really important in terms of, alleviating that toxic stress on your organs, in your blood, in your brain as well. So doing that as often as you can. I like it at the change of each season when your body best supports doing that full body detox, and of course addressing all of the internal organs. So we'll share a link in the description below this video to share, one of the best ways to do that full body detox, and doing it naturally, of course, without those negative side effects, which often go hand in hand with doing detoxes and cleanses. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, and tip number 9 is to think about the mind-body-spirit connection and energy medicine. And we know that fluoride can be compromising to our third eye center, to our pineal gland, because it can actually calcify our pineal gland. And we know that our pineal gland is so important in terms of the functioning of our melatonin and the secretion of our melatonin, which is our sleep hormone, which is so important for proper sleep. But also melatonin is an important antioxidant. So cancer rates and melatonin deficiency definitely go hand in hand. So this is really important that we have a proper functioning pineal gland for the physical reasons, but for the mental, emotional, and the energetic reasons as well. Being our third eye center, our 6th chakra, it has a lot to do with our intuition and our ability to see things for what they really are, and to see things beyond just the physical, what we can see with our physical eyes, but to see things intuitively as well. And this can definitely help us on our journey towards health and wealth and manifesting all of those great things that we are meant to in our lifetime. So again, another reason why I like to share my information that I've learned over the years with you, so that you can better yourself in the most natural way possible. So I'd love to hear from you. If you've got questions or comments, please do leave them below in the comment section. Be sure to share this video as well. Give me a big thumbs up. I truly appreciate all of your great feedback. And if you're new to my channel, welcome in. I hope that you'll subscribe. Click that bell to turn on your notifications so you always get notified of my newest and latest uploads. And remember to always take good care of your health and do it naturally. Thanks for watching.